Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Red Dead Redemption 2 video, we are going to be breaking down the new trailer for the Red Dead Online Frontier Pursuits DLC update that's going to be arriving in just a couple of days. So on their last Newswire post where they talked about the Wheeler, Rawson and Company Club and the Outlaw Pass, they also released a trailer for the Frontier Pursuits update. So let's go ahead and break this down. Again, I will leave a link to the Newswire page in the description if you want to check out the entire trailer for itself. So they run through each of the sort of roles that you can go through. And the first one they begin with is the bounty hunter. And one of the things that you have to do as a bounty hunter is you have to meet a legendary bounty hunter in Rhodes in order to collect your license, your bounty hunter license. And apparently this lady right here is the famous legendary bounty hunter. And a lot of the moments from this trailer, I think, are taken from cutscenes that are going to happen. I think that each of these individual roles are going to have a series of cutscenes and maybe even scripted missions that you have to do before you can really start doing them in free roam. So that's a lot of the footage I think you're seeing here. But anyways, you're working with the sheriff's department in Rhodes. That guy right there who's loading all the bodies in the wagon, he is from single player. That's like Archibald McGregor, I think his name is. He works for Sheriff Gray. And you can see this lady looks incredibly menacing. Now, one thing to keep in mind is a lot of the things that NPCs wear, we typically don't get access to. So I'm going to ignore a lot of the outfit things that she's wearing, at least for now. And then there you can see, I guess the official name of this update, I guess we can now call it, is Frontier Pursuits, featuring the 3 new roles. Now, the next shot, we can see our 4 characters walking through Armadillo. This guy in the front is doing this really cool, like, dual pistol twirl. That's one of the new unlocks for the bounty hunter, that they can actually do that thing. So that's kind of awesome right there. If you take a look at all of their outfits, they look to be wearing a ton of new articles of clothing. The guy in the far left has a new eye patch. It looks like that's a new jacket for our guy in the center, new hats. Looks like every single one of them is wearing new articles of clothing. It's a little bit hard to see, but again, Rockstar showing off a lot here. The next shot right here is sort of like an over-the-shoulder shot of our bounty hunter looking like they're trying to round up someone using the new bolos. I guess it's like rope attachment. I'm not really sure what it's supposed to technically be called. I also think his bolos are decorated. Instead of it just being like normal balls, it looks like they're skulls. You can almost see like the red eyes right there. That's pretty cool. And then it transitions to him actually being loaded up in the back of a wagon. Now, I don't know who that guy is on the far right. I don't believe he's another, like, character, so I'm guessing he's going to be an NPC. And that also looks like it's going to be one of the new wagons we're going to be getting to load up bounty. So really cool stuff right there. The next shot has us transitioning to the snow. Again, I believe this is a part of another scripted mission. It zooms in on this lady right here who has one of the coolest weapon skins. It's like this skull and bones and chain sort of skin on there on the rifle. Looks pretty awesome. Again, I think this is part of a scripted mission, but it still looks really cool. And then you can see that all of them are riding together, trying to deliver a bounty in the snow. So that's sort of the bounty hunter portion of the trailer right there. The next part of the trailer transitions to the role of the trader, and we know that we are going to be working with Crips. Now, I think you actually meet Crips in Blackwater. This is where this conversation is right here. And maybe from there, you have to establish setting up your camp. And the next couple of screenshots, I think, are like a montage of Crips doing work around your camp, probably procuring the supplies and the goods that you will ultimately sell. So again, it's sort of a montage of him walking around. You can see all the sort of stuff that it looks like he's making, like furs and pelts and all that sort of good stuff. Then it transitions to our characters hunting some elk. And what's important here is look what's going on behind this main guy. It looks like there's a bunch of other people in this operation that seem to be working together. Again, I don't know if those are NPCs, other characters, if this is part of a scripted mission. Regardless, there's a lot going on other than that guy just firing his bow and arrow. And it all looks like they're hunting the same animal there and then loading them up on the back of their horses and wagons. You can kind of see a wagon in the background too. And then that transitions to this screen where it looks like they are all unloading the pelts and carcasses back to crypts at the camp. So I think that's really as simple as it is. This trading thing is going to be like collect items, bring it to crypts, he'll make it, and then you ultimately sell it and make money. Now, the final role is the role of the collector, and I believe it starts by seeking out the traveling saleswoman, which you see here, Madame Nazar. Now, I don't know exactly where this is located. It kind of looks like it's in the Heartlands, but it also looks like it could be maybe somewhere in like West Elizabeth. Who really knows? Again, I think all of them will be like marked on the map, super easy to find. And you can see there that that looks like it's part of a cutscene. It transitions to our character using the metal detector, which is awesome. I guess when you like get close to metal, it starts like sparking electricity. That's kind of awesome. That's going to be one of the neatest sort of things you can use. Also, being able to use those new binoculars as well. Those look awesome. I hope they're actually useful and not just something sort of gimmicky that you use in only one real mission. And then it transitions back to Madame Nazar talking to our character for a little bit. And one of the things the collectors are going to do is they're going to have to dig up family heirlooms, apparently, as we're going through a graveyard right here. And we're digging up stuff, which is kind of awesome. Apparently, Madame Nazar works closely with Old Man Jones, as he can be seen in the cutscene right here. Again, I don't really know what his role is. I also think this confirms this is somewhere in the desert, as now you can see sort of the cactuses. That's obviously not really in New Hanover. You also get a better look of who Madame Nazar actually is. Apparently, there's going to be a mission that takes place in the swamp, as the alligator is trying to spook the horse. We quickly transition back to Cripps talking to our character, who I thought that was in Blackwater, but because it's actually the Cornwall rail right there, it looks like that's in Saint Denis, so I do take that back from earlier. And one of the things that Cripps mentions in this scene where he's talking to our character is there's risk of being the trader. Like when you go to sell your goods, there's going to be risk. And as you can see here, it transitions to them like trying to sell their goods on a train, and like I guess 4 characters chasing them, and he's trying to mow them down with a Gatling gun. I wish I could tell you guys what's going on in this scene right here. I don't even know who's running, if it's like a story character or if it's 2 online characters, but they're running through one of the old Civil War forts and it's exploding everywhere. Apparently, there's also going to be a scene with a grizzly bear that ends up attacking us or attempts to attack us. It looks like there's going to be one moment where our characters have to intercept a Cornwall oil wagon, which is exactly what happens here with our characters firing off into the distance. We get another look at the legendary bounty hunter in Rhodes, and the trailer sort of ends by our bounty hunter characters swinging the bolas over his head, ultimately chasing something, and it transitions to Red Dead Online Frontier Pursuits, bounty hunters, traders, and collectors. So that is everything that I was able to notice from the brand new Red Dead Online Frontier Pursuits trailer for the new DLC update coming out in just a couple of days. Remember that a lot of what you've seen so far in this trailer probably happened from like the introduction missions that actually will occur if you decide to buy into all 3 of these roles. I feel like a lot of this stuff is going to be like free roam stuff that isn't going to be bound by cutscenes or missions that you have to load into. But of course, Rockstar wants to make the trailer as fancy and as appealing as possible. So anytime there's like a cinematic moment or a cutscene, that's probably what they've chosen here. I do think this is going to be way less story oriented than the trailer and the description has made it out to be. I think the big focus will be on like your characters just going out and doing sort of role playing with the world and other people that you run into in general. But that's just kind of what I've noticed from the trailer so far. Let me know in the comments down below if you noticed anything from the trailer that we did not discuss in this video today. And what role, again, are you going to be choosing? Are you going to be a bounty hunter, a trader? Are you going to be a collector? Let me know your thoughts, opinions more in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And remember to subscribe if you guys are new, or you want to stay up to date on all the latest Red Dead Redemption 2 Frontier Pursuit DLC videos that I'm going to be doing over the next couple of days and weeks. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.